I'm just gonna try calling him on phone real quick. Oh man.
Yes.
That's so weird. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Can people hear it? I'm sure people can hear David now. See, this is just my evil plan just so that I could use these David pictures again here on the stream. There we go. Man, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Can you still... You can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Okay. That's so weird, dude. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on right now. So, all right. Well, do you want to just talk about E-League results then, or?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Jeez. And it was E-League Block C, right? Did we talk about this one already?
I don't think so because we watched it when we were at Texas Showdown.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Okay. Does Discord do video conference as well?
I'm not sure actually.
I've never actually used Discord for that before, to be honest with you. So, okay. In any case, here we go. Let's do schedule and bracket. Here we go. So, Group C. Where can I see the Group C results? Here we go. Yeah, Discord's only voice chat. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, okay. So here we go. Let's talk about Group C then. Group C, obviously, the players who qualified into that to stay in the winner's side of the bracket, David, this frozen David here off to the side, were Fudo and Wolfcrone, right? They were the ones that were already in the winner's side of the bracket in the later rounds. So in the first round, Cien and Tokido had to play each other, and MOV and F-Champ had to play each other. Tokido beat Cien 3-2. So that was a really, really close match there. I think you're typing at me, maybe, or typing to somebody else.
Oh, you can hear that? Man, that's annoying, because on the PC, I have like an auto gate that gets rid of that, but I guess not on the phone.
Oh, interesting. Okay, okay.
Anyway.
And then on the other side of that, F-Champ beat MOV 3-0. Did you actually get a chance to watch any of those replays yet, or anything?
Negative.
Like that?
I have not.
Okay. Well, then that meant that Tokido and F-Champ went to go play each other in the next round, and Tokido beat F-Champ 3-1.
Yeah, F-Champ I know was not happy about how it all went. I mean, it was a tough bracket. It was a tough pool to be in, you know. So
right.
One of those excellent players is not going to make it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then in the loser's side, Cien and MOV had to play each other, and Cien beat MOV 3-1. And that means that Cien had to fight F-Champ, and sure enough, Cien ended up beating F-Champ 3-2. And I heard, like, F-Champ, did they say, like, he threw off his headset or something like that?
That's what I heard, yeah.
Okay. And then on the winner's side, then Tokido made it through, so he got to play against Fudo, while Cien went to go play Wolfcrone. And Fudo beat Tokido 3-1, and Cien beat Wolfcrone 3-2. And I heard Cien didn't have a, like, was there like sort of mini pop-off or something like that he had? I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. When we were watching, it was only on the Twitch stream. So, you know, after like a match ends, that like the stream basically doesn't show anything. If you recall.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know.
But then Wolfcrone beat Tokido 3-0. So I still feel like Japan hasn't really figured out how to fight against Laura yet.
Yeah, I think that's true. I also think that they don't really believe that Laura's that great. But yeah, I don't know. It was surprising considering that he knows that Wolf Crone was somebody to beat in there. I would think that he would put in more time. But yeah, I mean, even when you put in time, Wolf Crone's a very strong player, and Laura's pretty good. So yeah.
And then of course, Wolf Crone went on to play against Cien in a rematch. And Wolf Crone beat Cien in the run back this time, 3-2. And I heard Wolf Crone taunted him or something like that. Like I saw people saying that Wolf Crone was kind of like disrespectful or something. Like I know his family was there and they were wearing funny meme shirts with Wolf Crone on it and everything like that. But then like at some point in time, apparently like he taunted Cien or something like that. I'm not remember. I mean, chat maybe can tell me if that's actually true or not. But I don't know. Did you actually hear anything about that? Yeah.
I did not.
Big Kahuna Man in the chat actually says that he did taunt at the very end. And so some people were actually mad about that. Okay. But Wolf Crone, so that means that Wolf Crone and Fudo qualify. Fudo on the winner's side and Wolf Crone on the loser's side.
It's such a tough pool to get through. You know, Fudo, like we said when the group itself was done, the round robin, Fudo was somebody I think a lot of people have expected to move forward. But other than that, I mean, who else would move on? There's just so many good players in that thing.
Right.
So I don't know. But after seeing how well Wolf Crone played in the group stage, to see him move on after that is not a surprise anymore.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's so funny, too, because I also saw Gustavo tweet out, he's like, am I the only person rooting for Wolf Crone? He was like, I don't like him as a person, but, I like his play. His play is really good.
Oh, he's excellent, yeah. And even in talking with some folks at Texas Showdown afterward, people who in the past have not necessarily liked Wolf Crone or have had problems with him personally, I guess I won't expose them, but people who folks know, they all think he's an amazing player,
right?
And that's they have thought that for a long time. It's not a surprise to them that he does really, really well, and he continues to do so.
Okay, well there you go. So looks like the moving on is going to be Wolf Crone and Fudo in E-League. So there you go. Okay, I guess we can... Oops, I didn't change the highlights here. I'm too busy animating David right now. So, let's go and move over to Ed then. Let's talk a little bit about Ed. So, we actually got to see the trailer for the first time at the same time. And Vi actually Snapchatted it, which was actually kind of fun. But what do you think of Ed so far?
Oh man, I think he looks cool. I really want to find out if his V skill is a command grab or a hit grab. I don't know. Could be like Rida, or it could be more like Birdie's Chain. Maybe as people are likening it too.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, I don't know if you just random aside. Did you see that Colleen's counter beats Birdie's Chain from full screen?
Yeah, I did actually.
That was very funny. Anyway, that's what I want to know. But other than that, I think he looks cool. Looks like he has good movement. It looks like he has his V trigger is a projectile that looks like it allows him to approach a bit. So, or maybe control space because it looks like it moves very slowly.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Really interesting control ideas, though. I think that's probably the most unique thing about him, from what we know at least right now.
Okay.
That is that rather than having Dragon Punch or Quarter Circle or Charge motions, all of his special moves apparently are just done by button presses and releases.
Yeah. I saw that, and it was like, it's interesting because like one of them is just like towards and a button is a special move. Then like 2 punches is another one. 2 kicks is another one. One is like tapping button repeatedly, and then one of them is you just hold the button longer than a tap, and it turns into a special move instead.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. I like the idea of it. I want to see more experimentation in any game, including in Street Fighter V, and it definitely sounds like they're doing that. I know that some people are not happy about it, but I I want new things. And one of the nice things about having new characters, part of why I want new characters, is that you can try things that you never have tried before.
Right.
So, like, it'd be weird if they brought back, like, Oro or, whoever people want, and then they just made his moves, totally different. That you can't really do that, so you gotta do that with somebody new.
People would get mad if...
I like it.
Yeah, people would get mad if Oro was, like, the only one. Like, if they brought back a character and, like, changed him to all buttons like that. But do you feel like that's an attempt for them to try to make easier execution characters, even more easier execution characters?
Maybe, but on the other hand, I don't know, it just depends on how it plays out. Maybe some of his things are probably not. What if they're like 1 or 2 frame timings though? Maybe they're more difficult. Maybe they're the execution timing things. I guess we'll see.
Right. Okay. Because someone even said, I forgot who it was who said it. They were saying like they feel like because of the way that he's set up like that, it's going to be, he might actually be pretty option select heavy. I think it was Fubarduck who said something like that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. That certainly could be the case. Yeah. But I like the idea. And as far as the command grab, or the V skill, being a command grab, I don't think it would be that crazy. It just depends on what else he has going on for him.
Because that looked like it reached pretty far. If that was a command throw, I think it would be super good.
Yeah, probably would be, but on the other hand, what if it has tremendous recovery? I mean, like I always think of moves in MK, moves like force push or in Injustice, like Raven had like basically a full screen fast projectile that was invisible. Right? It sounds ridiculous, but tremendous recovery. So that's the downside. So I don't know. It just depends on what you have and whether he has any good footsie buttons or not, or whatever. I don't know. I feel like there are ways that you could do it.
Okay.
We'll see.
I've been playing his theme music before the show started, and like at the during the break and stuff like that. Did you actually get a chance to listen to that theme music? It's the rap song that you hear during the trailer.
Oh, really? That's actually the theme?
Yeah, that's actually apparently his background music, but it's pretty cool. So. But, I'm definitely curious to see how this character is going to turn out. I mean, he's going to be playable this weekend for the beta, right? So he's actually going to be there. So I'm actually really curious. I'm not even going to be able to have a chance to try it out, which makes me super sad. But you'll be able to mess with him, right? On PS4 and on...
oh, sorry, he'll be gone. Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. Any other thoughts that you wanted to say about Ed?
No, but I think it's hilarious how people found out about his images in the first place.
Yeah, they said it was just, they went to the Capcom site and saw, like, the picture for Balrog was a URL with Balrog in it. And so they're like, Ed might be coming soon. Let's see what happens if we type in Ed. And sure enough, they found his images and they were leaked, so.
It's hilarious, yeah.
Oh, man.
Come on.
You would think they would figure this out by now. Like, everyone does this every single time, right?
At this point, they definitely are not going to figure it out.
Man.
I don't see any chance that having not figured it out for, all these years. I mean, remember when Cross Tekken was leaked and they were just like, nah, they're not going to figure out that, they're not going to hack this. Day one it gets hacked to find out everybody's on
all the DLC characters were on the disc.
That was years ago. That was 5 years ago. And no, they haven't learned. They haven't learned. It's just not gonna.
Okay. Oh man. Okay.
I don't think particularly highly of a lot of the old Japanese section of things over there.
Okay.
I don't think that's controversial to say, by the way.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to get Tasty Steve on here or anything like that through Skype or anything, especially since nothing is working. Skype isn't working anyway, so.
Yeah, well, maybe after we take a break or whatever else, maybe we can try Skype during the break and see what's going on.
That's true. Okay. So do you want to just talk about this Tekken banning situation?
Sure, yeah, if we can't get him on, then that's fine.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me change the highlight here. So, how much do you know about this Tekken banning situation?
Not much, man.
So, here we go. Let me see if I can find the details of it. but I can talk about it. Let's see here. I just want to get the names of the players correct. That's all. Let's see here. Come on. Really? I looked up Tekken banning, and it gave me something about travel ban from Trump. Okay.
Bummer.
Shoot. What are some people have the names of the players. King J. It was King J and somebody else. But basically what happened was that they're both on the same team, right? Crizzle, I think that's what it is, yeah. So both of the players are actually on the same team. And one of them has qualified already, and the other one hadn't. And they ended up playing each other in another Tekken tournament. Remember last year they didn't let players enter the tournament if they had qualified already? I don't know if that changed this year. But they played each other in the tournament, and there was a lot of people that claimed, apparently, that you could tell from the gameplay that the guy who already qualified threw the game to the other guy. And so basically started the collusion, right? And there was no hardcore evidence about this. Neither of them admitted it or anything like that. But as a result, both of them got their qualifications revoked. And I guess they've been banned for the rest of the year or something like that. And so a lot of people are actually really mad about that because they feel like it was just because, one, it was based off of hearsay of like just watching the match. Although I've seen a lot of top Tekken players say, yeah, definitely something was going on in that match. But at the same time, like there's no hard rule in the rules about collusion. They have to add it now after banning the people. You know, so like, I don't know, a lot of people are mad, and even Markman went on record to say that he wasn't happy with the banning, that he thought that that was the wrong decision to make, and that what they should do is change the rules so that the collusion can't be as easy to be done, right? So make it so that, for example, if you have qualified, you can't play in an event again. I don't know if that was changed for this reason, this year. Yeah, someone actually threw me a link here. Let me grab the link here, just so I can get it. I mean, I actually watched the match during the part where they claimed collusion and everything like that. And there's definitely some fishiness going on. Like the guy takes 3 hits, the same move in a row, and then he comes back and hits the other guy, doesn't kill him, and then he just stops attacking. Like, he just starts dancing around and, like, dashes up and does nothing. And even the commentators were like, wow, he's playing really patient. Maybe a little too patient. And then he eventually lost. And so a lot of people were saying that it was really, really kind of suspicious. But with no rule in the rule books already like that, and they have to add it now, like, from your point of view as a lawyer, like, how does that sound to you? Like, do you feel like that shouldn't have happened?
I mean, everybody pretty much understands the implication that you're not supposed to do this at this point. I don't think that's, even if it's not explicitly in the rules, just from a rule maker's point of view, I'm not saying that this is right, but yeah, I feel like there's not really an argument that you could say like, hey, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to collude. It's not really believable.
Right.
But at the same time, I was just watching the same clip. First of all, was he playing? Is Gigas his main character? That's pretty sick if so. But anyway, I just don't know enough about Tekken to be able to describe if it's real or not.
Right.
And even when you're watching something that you do really understand, it's still sometimes hard to really be sure if there is collusion or not. I've certainly seen sometimes when it's arguable. Sometimes when it's, the only times I can think of when it's super clear are if, at the start of the match, remember at Showdown a billion years ago? Chris and Justin just, random selected or something?
Right,
it was just, it was, super obvious, but that aside, it can be hard to describe, so.
Right. Let me play the clip on stream, actually, because some people are asking about that they want to see the clip on stream. So let me see if I can get that clip up here real fast here. Let me do a screen capture. I'm just going to capture this and block us, basically. And that'll let my arm rest a little bit. So, here we go. So I'm going to play this clip here for you guys. Let me make sure the volume's not too loud.
Yeah, the reason I asked is because Gigas is not good, so that was surprising.
See right there. So, like, let me go back again. So you see right here, he gets hit. Same move. And then here he counterattacks. But then all of a sudden he stops attacking at all, ever.
Oh, just almost a bit too patient, yeah.
So yeah, like I said, at the beginning he takes that hit, he takes it again, and then he just takes the third one like that. So
it just doesn't look that fishy to me. I mean, like I said, I don't understand really. Like, is that move super good? The one that Gigas hit them with? I've heard Gigas is terrible, so probably not. But at the same time, I don't know enough, so I don't feel qualified. But as far as then when, well, I was like dancing around. That looks like Tekken to me. That looks like basically how Tekken looks.
I mean,
so, like, I don't know, man. I don't feel like it's that bad.
Right. I mean, it's interesting because I saw like some top players, like in the Kotaku article that was linked. That's where I got the clip from. Spiro Jin actually is in the chat down there, and he actually says it looks really suspicious. Like Laws wouldn't dash forward and not hit a button and stuff like that. You know.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't know enough, man.
But there you go. So I guess a lot of people are just arguing that they shouldn't be banned. It was just more like mob mentality because apparently when they were accused of collusion, the response that King J and Crizzle gave like weren't satisfactory, you know, to the public, and so it became kind of like a public witch hunt kind of thing like that. So I don't know.
Well, I do think that, although, like I said, I don't think there's an argument to be made, really, that the players didn't know that they shouldn't collude,
right?
Just because there wasn't a rule about that. Because everybody pretty much knows that. But I do feel that the bar for banning somebody due to collusion should be pretty high.
Okay.
I feel like it should be. You should be like pretty sure, pretty super sure that they did collude. And if not, then that's just kind of, I don't know, there's a lot of money on the line nowadays. You know, in order to ban somebody, I do feel like there should be some procedure. Right. You know, some even if it's not something explicit, at least like be very sure about it. And if they're not very sure about it, then I am not down with the ban. But like I said, I just don't know enough about Tekken gameplay to be sure. Either way, myself. Right.
So it's kind of like, you know, like when Riot banned those teams, there wasn't really an appeals process and stuff like that, right? So.
Yeah. When there's, as there is now, money on the line and more on the line, I do think that there should be bigger, you know, more sort of explicit procedures.
So interesting enough, shout out to Rip. He actually jumped in the chat. And he says, yeah, there's a lot of safe options he could have used. Looks fishy, but maybe that guy just sucks. The ban for collusion is super rough, though. We'll see. So, according to him, I guess he said it did look a little iffy. So,
yeah.
But you know what? I mean, the thing, all I can say is like I feel like they should have just took away their wins for the the qualifications for those two events and just let them into all the other events. You know, I don't feel like they should ban them for like the whole season or anything like that.
Yeah, that does seem pretty severe.
Right. So, okay.
All right.
Well, Shoegazer in the chat actually says that he wants to email you about some stuff. I mean, he knows our email address, so you can...
I see that.
Yeah.
David at TPGL Law.
There you go.
Hey, you want to take a break, and when we come back, we can talk about... I'd like to talk about the Injustice stuff, because there's a bunch of Injustice news.
Okay, yeah, let's try to get the Skype working in between the chat so I don't have to keep doing this, because Actually, to be honest with you, like, if I was actually making sweeping motions with the mouse, this would be a lot easier. But the fact that it's all subtle motions is actually a lot more tiring.
Well, I guess there goes your pro StarCraft career, huh?
Yeah, I guess so, right? So I'm going to have carpal tunnel and it's all done. So there you go. Okay.
All right.
All right, we're going to take a break. I'll see if I can get Skype working, and we'll be right back, guys.